There's businesses that are high truth businesses and businesses that are high grace. And we kind of erred on the high grace and tried to have a culture, a warm culture, but didn't have a high culture of discipline and truth. And so what we saw was the lack of discipline needing to be married with the lack of truth. So I'm a little bit of a book junkie, and so I of course read the Traction book by Gino Wickman, and then candidly was looking for a way to try to self-implement the principles in the book, and realized after about 6 or 9 months that we could not quite get all the way there trying to self-implement. And so started asking other people in my network, other business owners that I actually had run into and talked to about business strategy, who were actually using Jeanette and Business Alchemist. And so they introduced us to Jeanette, and we had an introductory meeting, and I thought this is exactly what we need to get us all the way to the finish line. Being able to implement that high discipline of accountability and process and structure, married with our culture. We always talk about trying to have a culture of that's a combination between the old TV show Cheers and married with the Four Seasons mentality. So how do we have that culture but then marry it with a high accountability? And so it's brought together all of those things, whether it's accountability chart, whether it's scorecards, whether it's meeting pulse, whether it's people analyzer, all of those principles, and actually having a process to make sure that we do the things that we say we're intent on doing, and having accountability around it. So it's helped unify our leadership team, it's helped unify our entire company. The language that we use is now cascaded all the way through the organization. So it's really rallied our whole firm around this idea of high accountability and process, married with still a warm culture. I've introduced several friends of mine to Jeanette and Business Alchemist, and they've been extremely happy. And the thing about Jeanette is she doesn't let you get away with not executing, and she has that high accountability structure. So if there's something that needs to be said that's not being said, she will sniff that out and make sure that you as a leadership team are aligned. So it's been a pleasure for me to introduce her to other friends, and then I can talk with my other business owner friends about the language of Business Alchemist and what they're learning. And so it's helped me because I have other people in my network now that are using Jeanette and the process.